All right, welcome everybody to Third Life Crisis. Today we're going to do a really interesting episode that kind of got brought up when we did our Summer Game Fest episode a few weeks ago.
Yep.
One of the games that all of us were interested in was Gen Atlas, which is the new Fumito Ueda game. And all of us were talking and saying, oh, we've actually never played Shadow of the Colossus or any other Fumito Ueda games. So maybe we should play Shadow of the Colossus. So that's what the episode is going to be about today. It's a game that came out originally in 2005, was remade for the PS3. I don't have a date on that, but then was also remade for the PS4 in 2018.
So there were two remakes?
Correct.
Ah.
Yes. So
Okay, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Which one did you guys play on?
I did the PS4 one.
I also did the PS4 remake.
Oh, dang. It would have been cool
Yeah.
if we did PS4,
PS3,
3, 2.
Yeah. Oh, so you did PS2.
I did PS2.
You did the OG. Okay.
The OG.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was actually really hoping. I went around to like a couple of used game stores around here, hoping that I'd be able to pick it up for PS4. But one had it on PS3, and I was like, nah, I want to play the newer version of it. But yeah. Anyways.
Yeah, because I have seen video of the PS4 version, and it looks beautiful.
Yeah.
And I'll get into it in my review, but I think it may have had something to do with my setup that maybe it didn't look quite as good. So
Also because it was the PS3.
it was
version.
also the PS2
Yeah.
version. Yeah. So.
Oh no, yeah, the PS2 version.
Yeah.
Oh, I wonder why it didn't
I
look
wonder why
as
it didn't
good.
look great.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but even then I saw video clips of the PS2 version, and it's like, oh, I can see.
Yeah.
But on my TV, it was like pitch black.
Maybe because
It
your
felt like-
TV, like maybe you broke
I
the
brought it
connection
down-
between your eyes and your brain via
Looking
your
that
neck.
high.
Yeah,
Looking that
trying
high
to like crank
changed
your
my
neck
brain.
up. Yeah,
that's probably what it
probably.
is. You're absolutely right.
Yeah.
So we will get into Shadow of the Colossus in a second. Before that, wanted to say we have some really exciting things coming up.
We do.
We do.
Whoa.
So,
Darn right we
Tell
do.
me about it.
So next week we're actually going to review Avatar Legends, the fighting game, which
Yeah.
is Avatar The Last Airbender. They just came out with a fighting game. None of us have played a fighting game before, and there's so much to learn in fighting games.
It's
So
really
much.
hard.
It's really hard. So we're going to
Yeah.
do that next week.
Are we also going to review like? Do we want to review the movie at all while we're at it?
Sure. I don't
We
think
might
there's
as
anything
well.
wrong
I
with
think
that.
we should.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
And then this week, Halo Campaign Evolved comes out.
yeah.
yeah.
And we are going to do some LAN parties, which would be a
Heck
ton
yeah.
of fun.
Mhm.
And we're going to review that the week after that. So that's the kind of the next coming weeks that we're excited about.
Yeah.
That's going to be a blast.
We also saw the Odyssey last night
Yes.
Yes,
in
sir.
IMAX.
In IMAX.
Sadly, not 70 millimeter.
not as
Yeah.
Nolan intended.
What
No.
is that? Why can they say that it's IMAX when it's not?
Well, no, it
Like-
is IMAX.
Yeah.
So IMAX is different. I don't know enough, but the 35 millimeter versus 70 millimeter, like those are the sizes of the film. So it's about
Okay.
the film and the like aspect ratio, I believe, that you're viewing it in. So I think, if I understand correctly, it was intended to be viewed as a square, not widescreen. Like
It's
not.
Really?
Yeah. So I actually don't know. I'm curious if like.
You want me to look it up?
Yeah, I would imagine like top and bottom kind of like got cut out a little bit, but they must have
Yes.
been careful. So
Well, that's so
Anyways.
interesting because when I got home, I think my brother was saying, "Oh, there's only like 100 true IMAX theaters
I think
in the
there's
United
even less
States."
than that. There's like
yeah,
46 or something.
there's not
That
very many.
Yeah.
So the primary difference is that IMAX 70 is a specific rare analog film format that utilizes film running horizontally to create a massive 1.43 to 1 aspect ratio
On
whereas-
colossal
on colossal
screens.
screens, whereas standard IMAX refers to digital projection, often 4K laser on slightly smaller screens.
we
with
watched
a
it on-
191.
We watched it on
average.
such a small screen, guys.
Well,
I don't know.
imagine what we could have seen.
I don't know
Yeah.
from your perspective, from where we were sitting, which I think is just a row in front of y'all.
Yeah.
I did feel like, oh my gosh, like I have to.
No,
do
okay.
this to-
Okay,
That's a
so
tall
there's a
sidewalk.
this isn't a spoiler, but there's a scene where there's a storm and there's a bunch of lightning. I was straight up getting blinded during
Yeah.
that scene.
Oh yeah.
That was
Yeah.
I have never been in a movie theater where I was like, I have to like squint and
Yeah.
like kind of cover my eyes. This hurts.
Yeah.
Do you know
Yeah.
what a cool fun fact?
Felt like I was there, man.
Yeah.
Felt like I was there.
Thank
Yeah.
goodness I wasn't.
yeah.
Yeah.
Fun fact is that when they're in the ocean and there's like the dolphins,
Yeah.
that was on accident. They just
Really?
happened to be filming, and dolphins were swimming by.
That's awesome.
How freaking cool is that?
that is.
Yeah,
It's just Nolan magic.
Sarah leaned over to me as we were watching the movie. She's like, because she's on social media more than I am, so she's like, "Oh, this was actually this was practical effects," and told me about the dolphin thing. Like,
Yeah.
oh, they just happened to catch some dolphins there and take
That's so cool.
So
video
cool.
of it. So yeah.
Dang. Well, no matter what our score on the Odyssey would be, I would recommend going to see it.
Yeah, it's
Yes.
it's an event.
Yes.
Like
I totally agree.
I thoroughly enjoyed it. Like I think it's worth seeing. It's like a huge, I don't know, man. Like I think it feels like an Odyssey.
It feels like an epic.
yeah. It is. It feels like an epic. It feels epic. Like
Even though the definition of epic in the Greek
Yeah.
verse is different than what I'm
yeah.
saying.
Yeah.
I picked up on that.
Yes, thanks.
Yeah.
You lost me, Nate.
Oh.
Yeah.
But anyways, we could talk about the Odyssey for a long time.
Yeah, we
we
could.
already have. But let's get to Shadow of the Colossus. So Shadow of the Colossus originally came out in 2005. Was Team Eco was the dev dev studio, game studio, published by Sony, and then I actually couldn't find Metacritic or OpenCritic for it, which was a little surprising.
I wonder if back in that day.
But like Zelda,
But
like
Ocarina
Oh
of
no,
Time
that's
has-
true. That's true.
So maybe I
maybe
didn't look
maybe
hard
it
enough,
just
but
wasn't as big when it came out. I don't know.
maybe. I actually don't have the info on the PS3 remake. I do
Yeah.
know that it was made by Blue Point. Rest in peace.
Okay.
The PS4 version also made by Blue Point, which is just a really interesting thing that happens. Like
Yeah.
Team Eco makes the original, Blue Point, which is known for their remasters
Yeah.
and remakes. They do a PS3 version and then like a definitive PS4 version. I thought was interesting.
Yeah.
But once again, published
Maybe
by
we'll
Sony.
get a PS5 from Blue Point.
Hey, Colin, I have something to tell you.
Oh no.
Oh no.
For those of you who don't know, Blue Point is
was
no longer
closed.
with us.
No longer.
Yeah.
with us.
They're in a happier place.
I don't know.
I don't know if it's happier.
Yeah.
It was released in February of 2018. The Metacritic 91 with a 7.9 user score. The OpenCritic a 92, and 95% of people would recommend.
Interesting.
Very interesting, huh?
That's I mean, not a huge gap, but that is a surprising gap between the
The two?
critic and user score.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So on the PlayStation store, the description is: tales speak of an ancient realm where colossi roam the majestic landscape. Bound to the land, these creatures hold a key to a mystical power of revival, a power you must obtain to bring a loved one back to life. Shadow of the Colossus is a breathtaking journey through ancient lands to seek out gigantic beasts. Armed with only a sword and a bow, explore the spacious lands and unearth each colossus, presenting a unique challenge to test your wits, determination, and skill.
Nice.
So I was going to give a little intro to the story, but let's do that maybe in the spoiler section.
Yeah.
Okay.
And instead, let's start with overall thoughts. Colin, hit me with your overall thoughts.
So I was like trying to figure out what my score for this game would be, and I'm split.
Yeah.
I think this is an extremely well-made game. I like really appreciate an intentional structure of a game that like I feel like here they created what they went out to create. I think there's a little bit of old game is old here in terms of the I think in terms of the structure of the game a little bit. But I think it's a beautiful game. I played it so I played it for a while, and then I got a new TV. I got an OLED TV, and I really appreciated like actually how the lighting of the game was. Again, this is the PS4 version. Just like going through some of the forested areas, I could see like kind of like the dynamic lighting of the light through the trees, and I was kind of blown away that they did such a good job with this game in terms of visuals. The premise of the game being that you go around and you find these big bosses and you just you're just basically an ant on these like massive creatures that are in this world. There's 16 of them, and just really cool premise. I love the premise. I think that's super awesome. I think there's some like a game again like oldness in terms of some of the mechanics. One of the things that I hated was getting ragdolled. Like you get hit by one of the bosses and you get ragdolled, and it takes you a full like 5 seconds to get back up.
Yes, it does.
It's so obnoxious. And then by the time I'm back up, like they're rushing me again and I get knocked down.
Or you're getting hit with fireballs, and you get hit with a fireball, and you're down for 5 seconds.
Yeah.
And as soon as you stand up, you get hit with another fireball.
Oh,
yeah.
man.
Okay. So some of that, like, not
your
my
thing.
favorite. Design of the bosses, exceptional. Design of the world, exceptional. I think something that I appreciated about it was that the world is mostly empty. The enemies that you fight are the Colossi. There are no other enemies that you fight. And I think it's really cool that they made a much bigger world than they needed to my annoyance sometimes, because like having to go find the Colossi, sometimes you're going a really long ways. But I do think that it made the world feel very natural in that sense.
Sure.
That there is a whole world here. This is a place with real features and landmarks that are not just there to serve the end goal of the game. It feels like a real place. I think that was like something that was really cool about it.
Yeah.
Scale, everything like that, very cool. I don't want to like take all of your guys' talking points.
No.
But yeah.
Give me a score.
So again, this is where I feel weird. I have 2 scores for it.
Okay.
I have this is how much I enjoyed it and how much I would, maybe want to play it again. And then I have my kind of like critic cap on. My score for it is a 7.5 out of 10.
Okay.
My more critic score, I think, is a 9 out of 10.
Interesting.
Wow.
Yeah. Which the critic score, I think, is me trying to put myself in the time that this game was created. That this is a game that I felt strongly early on is not meant to be binged. This is a game that you are intended to pick it up, go defeat a Colossus, have a epic experience doing it, and then you get sent back to the starting area.
The temple.
Yeah, the temple, and maybe you go do another one, but I think it's intended for you to just put it down at that point and be like, all right, I'll come back and do it later.
Yeah.
I think this is a game that I would have loved as a kid. I think as a kid, like, I probably would have played the heck out of this game. I think I would have played it over and over and over again, because I think what it's doing and the scale that it presents is just really impressive, and I think the world that is there would have stuck with me a lot. So, yeah, I think that's why a 9 out of 10 from the critic perspective, and for just like kind of trying to time travel myself a little bit there.
Sure.
And 7.5 because for a lot of the reasons that I said earlier, I didn't love every moment of it. I think a lot of it was tedious to play, and that was just kind of frustrating. I didn't find myself like really necessarily feeling like I needed to finish this game except to talk about it here. I think I would have been fine if I had picked it up and played it a little bit and then just like, oh, that's cool, and then put it down.
Yep.
Yeah. You're really good at reviewing games, Colin.
Oh,
Oh,
thank you.
I totally agree with everything. And is it my turn, by the way?
Yeah,
Can I
go
go?
ahead.
No, it's still my turn.
No, it's my turn. Because I think I played it the wrong way by what you were saying, like it shouldn't be binged. When you said that, I was like, I totally agree with that.
Yeah.
You go in one day, you beat one, and then later you
And then you're
come
good.
back
You
to
put it down. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And I played it, just binged it.
Yeah.
I played I probably played the second half all yesterday and today.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you, Nate.
I'm also like really struggling with my microphone here. Like it's fine, but yeah.
But so my overall score before hearing your thoughts,
Mm.
is I gave it out of 10 a 3.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Granted, again, you played the PS2 version, so
Yes.
I'm really interested. I'm sure some of the quality of life stuff that
Oh
bothered
my
me
gosh.
was so much worse on the PS2.
Yeah.
I was thinking about it on the way over here. I'm like, I kind of want to ask him if I could just hop on theirs just to try it, just to see the
Yeah,
difference.
sure.
We
Because-
should do it after this. It
Yeah.
would have been great content for
Yeah.
you to be able to talk about. But
True.
I guess we can still let you try.
Yeah, because I cannot begin to tell you how frustrated I was from start to finish of this game.
Yeah.
My TV, I think, had something to do with it, but I could hardly see.
Mm.
The camera was a nightmare. It was like I'm trying to walk this way, and the camera's like swiveling, or
The
if
camera had a mind of its own.
it had a mind of its
I have
own.
something on that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And for example, it was the snake going through. I'm trying to shoot it with the bow, and I just couldn't. It took so long
Yeah.
to get my bow back to shoot the eyes, and and so that's an example. The platforming was horrible because it's the camera, and
Yeah.
I'm trying to jump and grab, and
Mike-
like that one that rams the pillars down.
Oh, yeah,
It's
yeah.
just every single boss just took so long because probably it is an older game,
Mhm.
and maybe it's just something they it's not easy to make a game. So I
Yeah.
feel
you
bad
try
for
doing better than that.
that's what I was gonna say. I feel bad for giving it such a low review, but it was just I think the game is just rinse and repeat. It is the same gameplay for every single boss with a little bit of a different puzzle, and it was not for me.
Yeah.
And I will not recommend this game to anybody.
Yeah.
I think.
Anybody.
I couldn't do it. I think when you were talking about it too, I was like, maybe if I played it as a kid and I played it the right way,
Yeah.
it may have been different, because the score probably comes from the music. I loved the music. in that game.
Music is really good.
Yes, I loved how it changed as you started climbing the
Mhm.
fur. It's got that kind of exciting music, and I like that.
I wrote that the music reminded me of what did I write down? Like both Metroid Prime and like Twilight Princess vibes was what
Yeah,
I got
that's
from the music.
Yeah, Twilight Princess. I like
Yeah.
that.
I'm glad you brought up a Zelda thing. Did y'all think, and maybe it was different in the PS2 version, in the PS4 version, I thought that Wander is the main character's name.
Yeah.
Oh.
It sounded just like Link.
It did.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I,
yeah.
I was like,
did.
is this
Yeah.
just Link?
Oh,
actually?
I love that you said that,
Yeah.
because I was going to ask that too, and I forgot.
Yeah.
I should. I'll look it up. See
Okay.
if they're the same thing. So you'd give it a 3.
Yeah.
I think that I'm in between you two.
Okay.
Perfect.
I played it.
You're not gonna give it a 9 out of 10.
Not going to give it a 9 out of 10. I think that I did play it, to use your words, Colin, closer to the right way. Like I played.
Yeah.
I did a few bosses. We went on a trip, came back, did a few bosses. Over the next 2 days after that, I was off work, so I had a bunch of time, and so I played a couple bosses in the morning, went and did other stuff, came back, played a couple more bosses, went and did other stuff, came back, did a couple more bosses, and so I'm closer to what you're getting at, but definitely still I played it in a short amount of time,
Yeah.
and I definitely felt that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
It's
do I
a
want to
a
do the same
grind.
thing?
yeah.
Yeah.
Grind
And-
was the word I was gonna use
and
too. Yeah.
in terms of story, you go basically from when the game very first starts all the way to the 8th boss before you even
See
get
something.
any sort of story, anything.
Which
Yeah.
and by any you mean like a maybe like 2-second clip, basically.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then you go 8 to 16 once again with nothing.
I think
This
you,
is
I
the
think you
one
get
right
something
before
at like
16?
14 or 15.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then
Oh, yeah.
And then you go and then you do 16 and then you get to the end and then everything for the story happens basically after that.
Yeah.
We'll get into that later. Some overall thoughts that I had. The game is beautiful. The PS4 version. I played the PS4 version on PS5, which is supposed to be able to give you 1440 at 30 frames.
Yeah.
The game is beautiful. and it's incredibly cinematic.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes too cinematic, and that's
Yeah.
what gets to the controls.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
every time that I notice the camera has a mind of its own, it's when it was trying to show you, look how cool this
Yes.
is.
Yeah.
And it's like, hey, I
Trying
really
to run
appreciate
like
that.
I believe you.
I know.
I know it's
beautiful,
beautiful.
but I need to see where I'm going.
gotta run.
Yes. Or
Yeah.
it's like I remember specifically on the third Colossi, I'm running up this narrow curved
yeah.
thing, and it is trying to turn my camera, and I'm like, I literally can't
It's a
see where
cliff.
if I'm gonna fall off right now.
Yeah.
Um,
No, I picked up on that too. That was like a lot of the times it's just slowly kind of turning the camera so that you can see more of the scene. And I also I noticed that it was like it kind of positioned your character in kind of like following like a rule of thirds kind of thing, where
Yeah.
your character is in like the third sort of corner-ish of the screen.
Yes.
And so it looks beautiful, and it's kind of just really not practical.
yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I hope video game designers never do that ever again. Just because I think it was like, don't tell me what to do. You know, like
Yeah.
I'll look at it when I have a chance as I'm running.
Yeah.
and I feel like I have an open space in front of me.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
But not
Yeah.
not when I'm on a
You're-
cliff.
you're-
yeah.
I imagine it's worse on PS2,
Probably.
PS4 even. Like you're just constant. The camera
Yeah.
is the secret boss
Yeah.
of the game.
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Because trying to lock on too, it's just like it doesn't really show me what I'm trying to look at. If the camera was a little bit more zoomed, I could see everything I'm trying to be looking at.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyway.
And so cinematics and the game is beautiful. I think the playing with scale, as Colin touched on already, was really cool. Like you're riding aggro through an area and you just look up and this bridge is huge.
Yeah, that's
and
cool.
it's beautiful. And it's
Aggro is the
awesome.
horse, by the way.
Yeah, sorry,
Yeah.
aggro
Yeah.
is the horse.
You're not like getting aggroed
No.
as you're. Yeah.
The Colossi all have really cool
Yeah.
designs.
Yeah.
They're
They are
really,
cool.
really cool.
Mhm.
And the story has a ton of depth, but you kind of have to look for it to get the depth. And we'll get to that later.
And it also doesn't give you the depth of the story until the very end.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Criticism I've already talked about a little bit. Too cinematic. It's pretty repetitive, kind of tedious. And the controls.
Okay.
And I know that its old game is old, and I know that, hey, back in the day, if I transport myself back then, maybe I would be less harsh on it. But I think that I would give it like a 6 out of 10. I'll give it a 6 out of 10, and then I'll say that once I understood more of the story and kind of the depth there, I would bump it to like a 7.5. Like the
Yeah.
story is really cool once you understand it and get to know it. But I had to watch videos after
Yeah.
I finished the game to understand what was going on.
I was thinking about doing that too, but I wanted to wait till after
Sure.
our podcast.
Yeah.
So before we get into anything deeper,
Yeah.
I have a question. The question that I have is, what did you think the game was about before you played the game?
I'm really glad you asked that because this is a game.
That's a great question.
Yeah.
Thanks.
I was when we were talking when we started the podcast, I was thinking about that exact thing because this is a game I feel like I didn't have any knowledge about somehow before playing. I haven't seen a single video. I knew it was like high praised, but I'd never seen gameplay. I think I just have seen the
cover art.
cover.
Yeah.
So I had no idea. I just thought there's like one Colossus that's out there, and I thought it was gonna be like every other game, kind of. You're just fighting little guys or something, and then you get to the final end boss, who is the Colossus. So it was interesting. It was I had no expectations going in. So
Yeah.
I couldn't really tell you other than zero expectations.
Okay.
Yeah. For me, it wasn't too far off from what I imagined, in part because I had seen Shadow of the Colossus around for a while. I actually kind of looked into it more years ago. There was this game that came out that was called Pray for the Gods that I had bought when it was in early access, and I think I only got through the first boss of that game. Maybe someday I'll get back around to it, but it's a very it takes a lot of inspiration from Shadow of the Colossus, where you have these big bosses, big enemies that you're fighting, and I think in that one there's less than in this game. But I knew that I had taken some inspiration from Shadow of the Colossus. So I expected a game where I would go in and there's these big bosses that I'm beating. I did not expect the whole world to be empty. I didn't expect those to be your only enemies.
Yes.
Just because I think that's very antithetical to how games function these days. It's just not standard game design.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. I'm glad you all had a better idea than I did. And this comes from the only touch points that I have with Shadow of the Colossus are the cover art and hearing Blessing Adeoye Jr. on Kind of Funny talk about it, where he talks about he likes these games that emphasize nature and that kind of realm of games and thinking.
Yeah.
So I see this cover art, and I know that Blessing says that about the games.
Yeah.
And I think that the Colossi are going to be our buddies.
Oh.
and I thought that the Colossi in the cover art is like, that's my guy. That's my guy who is my Colossi.
That's so funny.
Probably also because you saw the trailer for
Gen Atlas.
Gen Atlas,
Yeah.
and you're like, oh, that massive robot is my
that's
buddy.
funny.
Yes.
Like, yeah.
Yes. So
I can see that.
So
Yeah.
you go in and
You see the first one, you're like, dude, my guy.
you're like, hey, a Colossus. that one doesn't look like the one on the cover. What's up with that? And then as the game does very, very light tutorial, light tutorial.
Very light.
It like directs you to take out this Colossus, and I'm like, oh,
no, I don't want
what's
to.
going on?
No,
And then
they're our
and then
friends.
I went into this game thinking, oh, this is going to be a game teaching you to take care of nature and take care of the world and take care of Earth. And then you're just killing these monsters, like these Colossus, which seem like they're very integrated with the ecosystem and with Earth and whatnot. And I was like, oh, so it's like teaching you that it's bad to do this. And I was like, okay.
And I hope we talk about this in the spoiler section. So maybe I'll wait. But
Sure.
that is funny.
Yeah,
I wasn't expecting that.
I was totally blindsided.
Yeah,
I thought
that's
that
hilarious.
This big Colossi was going to be my buddy. We're going to go around exploring. We're going to do all this stuff. And I mean, you do get a buddy in aggro, and aggro is really cool.
Yeah.
cool.
He's a great horse.
Great
Good boy.
horse. Isn't it funny? Like I play, even though I didn't absolutely love my time with Shadow of the Colossus, I finished that game and I was like, maybe I want a horse.
Am I a horse guy
Am I a
now?
horse guy?
Horse guy?
Yeah.
Can I ask what before we move on?
No.
Another question. Did you guys use guides?
I had to look up a couple of things here and there.
Okay.
I think I was vindicated a little bit because most of the time that I looked something up, it was like, no, I was on the right track here. It was just like being kind of finicky or particular.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I did. There's a couple particular bosses where I was like, I have no idea what I am supposed to be doing here, or how to do it. And then you look it up and you're like, oh yeah, like that makes sense.
Yeah.
Which was very helpful.
I had a complete. It was like, if I didn't have a guide, I never would have figured out 60% of those bosses.
Really?
They
So-
didn't make sense at all.
Were you able to
Interesting.
find the bosses just fine?
Because I was kind of rushing. I looked on my phone, the general location.
Okay.
Sometimes I would get lost. The sword, holding up the sword for the light
Yeah.
to guide you was kind of nice. But I didn't have much issue finding them. It was just that's like, what do I do when
Did
I start
you-
fighting?
I assume this is also in the PS2 version. You got like hints from Dorman as you're fighting them, right?
Yeah, occasionally it
Yeah.
was like it was like try this.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to think if I remember exactly what it was. I didn't feel like it was very helpful.
So sometimes the hints were definitely like, okay, I know I need to do that, but how do I do that?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
And then there were a couple bosses that were just, even though I knew what I was supposed to do, they just were difficult.
Yeah.
And it's,
Yeah.
especially with the mechanics and how the game plays and feels, it's basically what you do. You climb on top of these colossi. They have fur, and those are holding points, but you slowly run out of stamina. And depending... Go ahead. You did it.
I texted you guys after like, I think it was like the 4th or 5th boss. And I was like, I just found out that yellow thing in the corner is your stamina.
Yeah.
No way.
I was trying to figure out why I was just randomly getting thrown off of the Colossi.
Oh.
And it didn't make sense to me because I was like, there's got to be some sort of stamina thing because it doesn't make sense to just like be able to hold on forever, especially because I had previously played, like I said, Pray for the Gods, which had a similar system and had stamina as well. And so I was just like, what? Like, why am I just getting thrown off? And then I was looking at a guide and it said something about your stamina meter, and like it clicked. And I was like, "Are you kidding me?"
Yeah, in the PS2 version, there's like it's really big pink circle
Oh,
on the
it's
corner.
pink, not
it's
yellow.
pink, and
Okay.
it's big, and it goes
Okay.
down quickly. So I think maybe that's a PS2 difference too. that-
maybe.
Yeah.
But you climb these colossi, you find points, and you stab them with your sword.
Yeah.
So that is all very easy and straightforward. Doing that based on the structure, because some of them are 4-legged, some of them are 2-legged, some of them have wings, all this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Getting to those points can be very
Yes.
difficult.
Yeah.
And that's basically what the puzzles are. Like, how do you get the colossi in a position where then you can climb on them?
Yes.
Yeah.
And that's some of it is not very intuitive.
No,
Yeah.
for me, not at all. It was the one that like he steps on the brick to lift you up and then jump.
Oh,
I was like,
yeah.
well, how in
Yeah.
the world am I going to see that?
Yeah.
I
There's
got
no
lucky
way.
there, I think, because I was just kind of like running along there, and then he stepped, and I was like, oh, that's how I get up there.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So I didn't even try.
So just get
I
good.
I know.
Yeah.
I didn't even try. I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna look up every single one from now
Yeah.
on. I think I made it like 4 out of 10.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that does kind of lead to the next question. What do y'all have a favorite colossi? Because I'll tell you right now, I'll go first. Mine is Gaius, which is the third one, which is the cover art one. Because I was
Is
like,
he the
that's
sword
my
one?
buddy. Yeah.
Is he with the big sword?
He's the one
Oh,
with the
I
big
was
yeah,
gonna
yeah,
say
yeah,
that too,
yeah.
because that one I actually figured out, and I felt very proud that I like actually
Yeah.
figured it out on my own. But
Yeah. Yeah, that one was pretty good. I think my favorite one, I liked the like sort of salamander one.
the one that
Where you're
crawls up
yeah
into the
you're in
belt.
that like Colosseum sort of thing, and it crawls up the sides. I think that was
I think
pretty
that
fun.
was 6. No, 7.
I thought it was later.
No, I think it was
it's-
7.
I think it's later.
I bet you, Nickel, it's 7.
Not 7.
No, it's not Hydrus the Sea Dragon.
No, you didn't click 7.
I did just click
Oh, it's
7.
8 then. It's 8.
Okay, well,
There it is. Told
yeah,
you.
yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Kuromori the Wall Shadow.
It's kind of cool name.
And then I think my honorable mention is the pterodactyl one.
I like
Yeah.
the one that swoops at you.
Yeah,
I
I
like
thought
too.
that one was cool.
Yes. I would say that this one, Phalanx,
Yeah,
was that. While this one I hated in terms of
Beating it.
gameplay, I thought it was a really cool design.
yeah. I don't think there was one that I hated in terms of design.
Yeah.
I think there were
Yeah.
some that I couldn't stand in terms of gameplay.
Also, the 6th. So it is the 6th one. The eel one with the
Oh,
lightning.
in the water?
Yeah, that one got me a little scared. I'll be
Yeah.
honest. I think because it was dark too.
Yeah.
I was
That one reminded me of Metroid Prime 4,
okay.
Yes.
and it also reminded me of the flying dragons in Breath of the Wild.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yep.
Any other thoughts that you want to get into before we go into spoiler mode?
No, I'm ready.
Ready for spoiler mode?
Yeah.
Okay.
Spoiler mode on.
Spoiler mode on. Nice. I like the sound.
Thank you.
Okay,
It
so
was a really creaky lever.
so I'm going to go over a brief summary of the story.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Wander, main character, he shows up on a horse, aggro, with a girl who is dead.
Yeah.
He comes to this temple, he puts her on the altar, and then he hears a voice from someone
Did you voice Dorman?
Did you like that?
Yeah.
Sounded just
whose
like it.
name is Dormin, Dormin.
Yeah.
The voice Dorman tells him, hey, there are 16 idols spread across the land. If you take out all of them, I have the power to bring someone back to life. it will come at a great cost, but I can do it. And Wander's like, that's what I'm here for.
Yeah.
And so he takes this sword, which we come to find out is a sword that he has stolen from his village,
Yeah.
who has forbidden anyone from going into this land. He has stolen it, and the sword is a sword of light, and it directs him to these colossi.
Yeah.
I don't know if y'all caught on to this or how clear it was. As you take out each colossi, Wander gets slightly grayer, and
I didn't catch that until the end.
Me too.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, especially
He gets slightly grayer, and he gets like these creepy black veins
and horns.
and like
I think,
horns,
too.
yeah.
Yes, at the end. So you go through, and when we said earlier, after the 8th boss, you get a little cutscene. The little cutscene is you see that these elders from his tribe are basically coming to find him.
Yeah. And you think at that point that they're maybe like trying to, that they're trying to stop him, which is the case, but like that, I don't know, that they have something against him or they want to defeat the Colossi for themselves or
Yeah.
something like that.
Yeah.
Like that's
Yeah.
kind of what it implies a little bit.
Yeah.
You keep going, you get another cutscene like Colin mentioned, maybe around 13, 14, 15, where they're close now.
Yeah.
And you keep going, you take out all the colossi, you take out the final colossi, and what happens? You just have absorbed all of the darkness, and Wander becomes the embodiment of Dorman.
Yeah, what they tell you is that
Resurrected.
Dorman had previously been split into 16 pieces
And encased in the colossi.
in the Colossi. Yeah. So as he defeated the Colossi, he was releasing a piece of Dorman, who is this evil dark entity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Quick backstory on Dorman.
Yeah.
I don't know if y'all looked this up or if you heard this. Dorman, spell it backwards, Nimrod. What is and haha, very funny, Spencer.
Nimrod.
Nimrod was the king and was in charge of the building of the Tower of Babel.
Wow.
He was killed, and they split him up, and they took the parts of his body to the different cities that he
Wow.
ruled.
That's really cool.
Super cool, huh?
Yeah.
Can I ask then, because this is a Japanese studio, right?
Yes.
Like, do you know Japanese? And
I don't know
how did they
Japanese.
spell it? Like, I wonder if there's a connection there as well in the name. It's
I would
backward
imagine
in Japanese
something,
too. Yeah.
but yeah.
Cool.
Or like in Vietnamese, like a lot of the names that they use in the Bible are just
A little different.
Vietnamese-ified. So I
Yeah.
wouldn't be surprised if the Japanese version still was Dormin, and then they
Just-
because they
yeah.
if they were trying to take this from Nimrod,
Yes.
which I'd be
Yeah.
surprised if they didn't.
Yeah.
I mean,
But-
it seems too much of a coincidence.
That is-
seems too much of a coincidence.
No, but that's super cool.
That is
Yeah,
cool.
isn't that awesome?
It's
Yeah.
awesome.
And basically, the other part, and this, a couple of the videos that I watched touched on this. Basically, Nimrod was also known for bringing idolatry back to the people, and so
Wow.
you could say that
What a Nimrod.
What a Nimrod.
You could say that the idols or the colossi were symbolic of what Nimrod or Dormin kind of brought to the table, and the temple and the village that Wander came from, like put him in idols
Wow.
for that purpose, which is
Interesting.
really interesting. to
Yeah,
think
yeah,
Yeah.
That's fascinating.
So that's why I totally was like, I kind of hate this game, if
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
being totally honest. And then after I finished it, and Annie and Moo and I watched some of these videos together, it's like, that's actually really cool. Like,
Yeah.
that's fascinating.
yeah.
Yeah. That is crazy. And did you look up anything to do with the girl at the end?
Yes.
Are we getting to that?
We'll
Okay.
get to that. So, you turn into Dormin. You are basically the embodiment of darkness, which a major theme throughout the game is light and dark. As Colin mentioned, each time you defeat a Colossi, you absorb some darkness. You have a sword of light.
You also, there's some like interesting misdirection in terms of Dorman. Every time he speaks to you in that like starting area, it's through this skylight.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
yeah.
You think it's heaven?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like, oh, this must be like a divine
Right.
celestial being or whatever.
Right.
Yeah.
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 Very interesting.
Absolutely.
as you turn into Dormine, the priest and the elders have shown up, and they grab the sword of light that you dropped. And as they're leaving, they throw the sword of light down through this opening in the temple, and it lands in a pool. When it lands in the pool, shoots up this light that then is pulling you / Dormine back into it.
Yeah. Also worth mentioning, there's like a cool kind of like scene where you are big colossal Dormine
control him.
as they're like trying to get away.
You're trying to kill the
and
priests.
you're trying to kill them.
Yeah.
Unsuccessfully.
Unsuccessfully.
You like whack them and it doesn't matter.
And at that same point, like as the sword and this force is like pulling you in, it also has you control Wander again or Dormine trying to get away.
Yeah.
But
Which
you
I
can't. I tried really hard.
Yeah. No, I was trying. I was trying unsuccessfully, and Moo was like, "Can't you do anything?" And I was like,
grab.
"I'm trying." Like,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
can't.
I was like spamming the A button, trying to jump away.
Yeah.
Like,
I was
yeah,
just holding the grab button.
yeah.
Hold on to something.
So eventually, Dormine / Wander gets absorbed into this pillar of light, and it cuts back to the altar where Wander first placed.
The girl.
Mono is her name.
Is that his sister?
Yeah.
It is never explicitly stated.
Okay.
Sister, lover, we don't know.
Girl.
Girl.
Coral.
Based on what I'm about to say, I'm going to assume lover.
Okay.
So places Mono there. After he gets sucked into the light, Mono wakes up, and what happens?
Baby.
Aggro comes back.
Yeah.
And it's like, thank goodness.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, real quick, you didn't touch on the fact.
I didn't. I forgot. Sorry.
You skipped something important.
Yes.
Which is that as you're heading to the final boss, there is an area where you have to use aggro to jump onto this bridge. And as you do that, there's a cutscene, and you are running across the bridge. Aggro tries to
jump across a crumbling bridge.
Yeah, and he's able to throw you across the bridge, but he's like scraping on, and then he can't hold on, and he falls into this chasm.
Yep.
I was pissed.
Devastating.
I was so sad.
I actually knew that was coming.
Oh.
Like I knew that something happened to the horse. I was still pissed.
Yeah.
I was so mad.
Because I didn't know it was down there. Again, my screen was so dark. I just thought,
oh, it's like
oh,
a
an
river.
abyss.
It's like a river that was
Yeah.
down
Yeah,
there or
something like
something.
that.
Yeah.
But yeah, aggro comes back with a
Yes.
broken leg,
With a broken leg.
but just kind of hobbling along.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he leads.
What a good boy.
What
Good
a
boy.
Gosh, I love animals so
boy.
much.
Yeah.
He leads Mono over to this pool where the pillar of light was and where the water was, where the sword of light got thrown into. And you walk over it, and like the camera's just kind of slowly panning behind. You're not in control at this point.
Yeah.
And it gets to this pool, and the water's gone, and you look down, and there's a baby boy with horns.
Yeah.
And so Wander has been turned into this like cursed boy and has been turned back into a baby.
Yeah.
So
I didn't know it was Wander.
that
It's either I was looking at some stuff. It's either Wander or Dorman or both.
Okay.
Like it's some basically second chance for one or both of them.
Okay.
yeah. Let's rewind a little bit. Why was Mono being sacrificed in the first place?
Was she sacrificed?
Yes.
I didn't know that either.
So it talks in the beginning she was sacrificed because she had a cursed fate. So, but it doesn't give any other explanation why she was sacrificed. And it seems like pretty much the only person who didn't go along with that is Wander, because he has gone against
He's
the
trying to
rules.
bring her
He's
back.
trying to bring her
Yeah.
back. It's this forbidden land that he shouldn't be in, and he's willing to do this because
Yeah.
he loves her for whatever reason, right?
Yeah.
So, fast forward, we get to the pool, baby boy, horns. Is it Dormine? Is it Wander? Is it a combination? We don't know. But it is now Mono, Aggro, and this baby
Yeah.
with horns.
Yeah.
Horns.
Horns, yes.
Gotta emphasize horns.
Yes. Let me emphasize that.
Yeah.
So this was the second game that Team Eco made. The first game that Team Eco made is
Guardian?
just called Eco.
Oh.
They made Last Guardian
after.
later. In Eco, the people are
horns, right?
cursed people with horns.
Yeah.
So there are lots of theories out there that this was the spawn and the beginning of the people that then would be the people in Eco. And there is a queen in that game that people think is Mono.
Oh.
So there's something with how Dorming brings her back where like she's now a little...
She's very bright.
She's very bright, yes.
Yeah.
So she
might
has,
have just been my new OLED TV, but she was pretty bright.
My new OLED TV.
she has some magic in her. She lives for a long time. She now has Wander as a baby. Wander grows up. They then have kids, and those kids end up being the succession, the ancestry of this boy with horns. And people think that that's how Mono and Wander kind of play into Eco, which they put out before.
So
Shadow
we're
of
playing
Colossus.
Eco now, right?
No,
I'm gonna say no to that.
Until
I
there's a
ain't doing it.
remake of Eco, I'm probably
I
not
ain't
gonna play
doing it.
Eco. Yeah.
Go ahead.
Well, so do you think that this is they're going to tie it into this new Gen Atlas game?
I don't think so.
Okay.
It doesn't. Yeah, I mean it's possible, but
Okay.
it seems different in.
Different enough that it's not going to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And even with the Last Guardian, it doesn't seem like there's
Okay,
any ties
that's what I was
in
gonna
there
ask too.
either. But that's all I have for story and theory and that kind of thing around the game, which I thought was super fascinating. And like I said, for me, it took the game from being, I think Colin put it really well when we were talking earlier. I hated playing the game. I love the game itself. I love the idea of the game. I love the beauty of the game. I love the themes of light and dark. I love what the story ended up being. But playing the game just was maybe not for me.
Yep.
Yeah, it's
Agreed.
definitely a bit of a drag. I think older game
What a
design, emptier world, and again, we sort of binged it, and I don't think it's meant to be binged.
Yeah, valid point.
Yeah. Nate, I mean, and I just put it off for so long. I could have played it better, but I got 3 bosses and I'm like, ooh, this is hard.
Yeah.
I don't really want to play that.
I would be really curious if you played...
We'll pop it up after this.
Yeah,
and
c-
we'll have
oh,
you-
yeah,
we'll have you
Because
try
it
it.
definitely doesn't get rid of all of the difficulty because, like we said, the mechanics still are not
Yeah.
great. But
And-
I wonder if it would have been a lot easier.
And I do
Yeah.
wonder too if it was my controller even. Like I know that ours are kind of hand-me-down controllers. Like it could be a
Oh, because you were
drift in
playing
the-
it at your parents' place,
Right.
On an
right?
actual
on an actual
PS2.
PS2.
Yeah,
It was-
dude,
it was
old school.
Old school. I wanted
Yeah.
to try it at the how it really was.
Yeah.
And I cannot believe people are playing this without guides. I'm blown away.
Gaming was different back in the day.
I know.
Yeah,
I-
You
smart.
had to be built.
Yeah. But you had, I mean, like, there were games that I played that I just bashed my head against a wall trying to figure out what to do.
Yeah.
You know, and I just don't think we really have the patience for it
I
anymore.
don't think I
don't
do.
have the patience
I don't
anymore.
think I do.
I
It's
got
kinda
stuck.
sad.
There is I'll forever remember this. There was a Star Wars Episode 3 game on the Game Boy Advance that I got stuck on a level on. Never beat it. Still to this day, never beaten it.
I know.
It's
That's
still
what
at
I
the top
keep
of your
saying.
backlog.
Yes, I think of that
Ever on top of the
constantly.
backlog. Same with me in Ocarina of Time. I got to the Water Temple, and I regret it, and I hope I will not get to that point with Outer Wilds.
Yeah.
I will get back to that
Yeah.
for sure, and Ocarina of Time, but I just don't have the patience.
Yeah. Speaking of like forever top of the backlog games, that might be Starfield for me.
Mm.
I still
Oh.
need to finish Starfield.
Yep.
Like I've played it for like 70 hours. I never beat the game, but like I keep being like, oh, I should get back to that. I just don't do it. So.
That was me with Metaphor Refantasio until I
Yeah.
finally took the time to beat it, and I did enjoy beating it. It dragged a little bit.
Yeah.
But I think Atlas JRPG games kind of do that. I mean, you look at
This-
Persona 5 being a 100-hour game.
Oh my
and,
gosh.
Yeah.
And Metaphor Refantasio, for me, I think it took like 70 hours.
Who's got time for that?
I know.
You have a job.
I know. I keep thinking about that too, and I'm like, I don't think I could play longer than 20 hours of a game anymore. I don't know. I think it depends on the game, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
it would be tough.
Yeah.
Any final thoughts?
My only final thought is a tip for anyone who plays this game. I found out very late in the game. You guys didn't know this, but there are lizards throughout the game. You can shoot them with your bow. You can pick up the lizard tails, and it will increase your stamina. It's a
would've
thing.
thought?
There's like 70 something of them.
Lizard tails.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
That you store? You can just store them?
That you can pick them up.
I think
and
you
use
could probably eat them.
You
eat 'em right there? Oh, I know, but like
I didn't see him eat them, but
Having them in your
There-
pocket
no, there are-
increases
But
your
wait,
stamina.
there are
Is-
like there are like 70 something lizards throughout the world. You can shoot each of them, take their tails, and they'll all increase your stamina.
Wow.
yeah. What I was asking though is that you pick it up to use it later.
No,
No.
You eat it right
No,
there.
it's a
just
permanent upgrade. Yeah.
10-4.
Yep.
Okay.
So that's my final note. I think it's a cool game. I agree that I didn't enjoy every moment of it, but it was always pretty and it was always neat. So yeah,
Made you want to throw the game out the window.
yeah.
That's your final thought.
That's my final thought.
There you go.
Are you a recommend on this or no? Would you recommend that someone else play it?
I would recommend it in the very specific case that you brought up of like,
Yeah.
hey, if you're looking for a game to put in 10 minutes at a time, 15 minutes at a time before you go to bed, or hey, play during lunch or something, and you don't care to rush through it,
Yeah.
I would recommend it.
And it's a 6-hour
fair.
game.
It's a 6-hour game.
Honestly, it felt a lot longer than 6
Yes,
hours.
it did.
Yeah.
Yes, it did. But that's the only situation I would recommend it.
Yeah.
With the caveat of, hey, don't play this in.
Don't
a
play
day
it
or
all
Don't
at
do
once.
what we
Yeah.
did.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Thanks everybody for watching our review of Shadow of the Colossus. Doing spoilers for the first time in an episode, which is kind of fun.
Perfect. Were we going to put
for
like
a
a
20-year-old
spoiler
game.
graphic? Or
Yeah,
something?
I'll do something.
Yeah.
And like we mentioned at the beginning, look out over the next couple of weeks for our Avatar Legends: The Fighting Game review and our Halo Campaign Evolved review, which should be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Colin,
I'm stoked for it.
Colin
Yeah.
has
Yeah.
never played Halo Campaign before.
I have. I actually played it at your apartment when we were in college.
Oh,
Yeah, I
hang
played-
on.
I played it a few
We
times.
did the Halo 3 campaign
Yeah.
together a little
Yeah,
bit.
yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I couldn't remember if that was with you specifically or if it was someone else in your apartment, but I think we played it
Yes,
together.
I
Yeah.
think so. But you haven't played Halo 1.
No, I haven't.
Heck
yeah.
yeah.
So we'll have a newbie to Halo 1, and we'll have veterans of Halo 1.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
We'll I'm thinking of like it'd be
It's
fun.
gotten good reviews.
It
too,
has.
so I'm
Yeah.
stoked.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
thinking if we could do some recordings of us playing.
Cool.
That'd
Yeah.
be cool. We could put that up. We
Yeah.
could include it in the video, and then we'll do a review of it. So
Yeah.
Perfect.
awesome.
I like it.
Thanks everybody. Have a good rest of your day. Remember to like and subscribe. We appreciate it, and we'll talk to y'all later. Love you. Bye.
Bye.